Hi everyone, welcome back to the Warframe bug report, or maybe it's something like a tank speedrun guide. A little while ago I shared a screenshot of me completing the tank in like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe. I have gotten this down to 3:25 on the occasion. Usually it's about 4 minutes depending on vault spawns and all of the other kinds of stuff. I wanted to show you how I did it, and it is with Nova. So if you didn't know, and some of you might have not known this, you can skip the ferrocite barricades or whatever it's called with Nova's wormhole. If you place this correctly through the barricades, you will actually be able to teleport behind it. This will not halt your mission progress in any way whatsoever. You can just continue to the next barricade. However, you do have to find that barricade yourself. There will be no mission indicator for that, but you can still go to the second barricade, do the exact same thing, immediately wind up at the tank fight, and then you can just finish the mission, kill the tank, get your rewards. Nice and easy. The build, I will get into all of the builds that I am using for this to make it as smooth as possible, at least for me. The build uses some shards. I use 2 ability duration shards. You can also consider critical damage shards for your melee weapon if you want to. I use 2 casting speed shards. You don't necessarily need these, as Wormhole is, I believe, an instant cast, so you could take these off for the crit damage shards again, as I said. And I have 1 parkour velocity shard. Also not needed at all, but it just feels nicer to speedrun through the mission like that. I use Wrathful Advance for extra melee critical chance, so we up our damage nicely on the tank. And then for the Nova build, it looks like this, where I have Steel Charge for extra melee damage, so we can easily kill the tank. Arcane Fury, more melee damage. Multi-efficiency is here just for some extra comfortability. Have your Wrathful Advance duration nice and long, so you don't have to continuously recast it. And it also scales your particles, I believe, which now scales with ability strength as well as ability duration. And in the past, I believe it only used to be ability duration. Whatever, that's besides the point. Let me get into these mods right here. I have duration, extra energy. I also use preparation, which is nice because we spawn with all of our energy instantly, so we can immediately start casting wormholes to get through the mission as quick as possible. I use prime sure-footed just to not be knocked over. Adaptation is here because it stacks on top of null stars damage reduction, which is nice, so survivability is a non-issue. I have Umbral Intensify because I had the mod space. You can use normal Intensify here as well. And then Equilibrium to get some extra energy throughout the mission as well as in the boss phase, because I don't want to be dropping pads all the time. So that's pretty much it for the Nova build. Let's get into the Latron Prime build. And this is the Latron Prime Incarnon. And what I'm using is these evolutions. I use Riddle Target to get extra multi-shot. I have this one for minus weapon recoil. And then we go on the last evolution for Flancing Spikes, which removes 20% enemy armor per puncture status. Funnily enough, this also removes armor on the tank. This was also covered in a Tactical Potato video, I think. I don't know if he referenced who he got it from, but that's where I saw it for the first time. And I used it because removing the armor of the tank drastically increases the damage you deal to it, which is nice to one-shot it with a relatively unoptimized setup, more built for speedrunning rather than full damage. Then for the secondary, I'm using the Kompressa. The mods don't really matter that much. As long as you have secondary encumber, you're fine. What you want to do is apply a bunch of status effects to the tank in the first phase, which allows you to instantly kill it with the Sampotes and melee Afflictions. Now, what I also covered in one of my shorts was a massive damage proc on the tank of 2.1 billion. This is because on client side, so if you are not hosting a match, you can, as a client, apply status to the tank. And that status is able to be scaled with melee Afflictions, so you can deal some nutty gas / and electric procs that way, as well as toxin, I believe. Anyhow, the build looks like this. This is the wrong build, this is the right one. I use Galvanized Reflex to get more initial combo throughout the mission, so just slam a couple of times on some enemies in the beginning, and then you will have a nice initial combo. I have Seismic Wave, which is very important. I also have Primed Pressure Point, Galvanized Steel, Blood Rush, Organ Shatter, and Gladiator Might. And melee afflictions, if you are host side, sadly only works on the first phase, but this is still really nice because you can just rush through it immediately, as you will see in the gameplay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I also have Dispatch Overdrive for some extra movement speed, making us even faster. Now on Nova, I wasn't using the Nira set slam mods, but you can consider those if you want to swap out some of these things. If you are fine with your survivability, you could swap it out. You can also get Umbral Intensify out because the crit chance at 179 is more than enough. Let's see, we'll probably put in some more duration. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You could take out continuity for Nira's hatred as well. And then go like this, where you go this, and then anguish in here. So you get some more slam damage. So let's just run it like this, see what happens. Different setup this time from what I'm used to. Companion doesn't really matter that much. I'm using this Panther Vilpaphyla. Ideally, for the runs, you have Prosperous Retriever, which has a chance to double the pickup for credits from the vault, which is very nice as well. So let's just slot that in. Tandem Bond is nice because sometimes it will get you up to 12 times combo in the boss fight, increasing your damage by a whole lot. Of the other mods, use whatever. Prime Pack Leader is nice to have it not die. Tenacious Bond also recommended. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into one of the tank runs. I will actually choose a bounty for this. So I'll go into the mall. Go to bounties, see if there's a tank bounty. It's the final bounty, which is amazing because it gives us a chance at 4200 endo, which is crazy. We have to destroy 75 stationary items. Just go in the mission, slam around a bunch. You'll get it easy. So here we go. Get on the bike, skip this, and I will show you how you can get through these barricades. It might take some time to learn how to place your portals, but it should be relatively easy to learn where you should place them. It's all about the angle that you take on your portals. You need to place them in a way where you are portaling far beyond the barricade. So you cannot stand right up to the barricade and then just place your portal through it. It has to be past the sort of like invisible wall hitbox that they have. So for instance, here you can see that we have this weird little spot. If I place my portal right there, I won't be able to go through. However, if I make sure that I place it somewhere there we go. Now we're through. So as you see, you need to skip this invisible box. What will also happen if you don't skip this box, or if you go back in the mission, you will actually be ported back to the other side of the door. Don't worry, you can just go through your portal again or place a new one. Okay, so here we have the vault. I know that the key for this vault is always here on the ground at this fountain. I also heard it in my ear. Put this in. Here we go. Didn't double the credits. Silly pet. And now comes the annoying part where we have to look for the next barricade because it's not marked on the map. So you sort of just have to go through all of the different arms of the map in the tile set, as you see me do here. I open the map nice and big to check all of them. It's probably to the right, to the left here. No, this is a dead end. Then it might be over here possibly. No, this loops back around. So also not there. Now, depending on your luck and which arm you go in, this is either fast or slow, as you can see right here. Also not here. Where the hell do I have to go? Maybe top there? Or maybe through this. Sometimes it goes on like this. Yeah, there it is. See, so here's the other barricade for the tank one. The second one is always the tank one. It's quite easy. You can just place it pretty much anywhere. Then for the Latron, if you zoom in, just shoot the weak spot immediately. It will charge your Incarnon form. Go in Incarnon form, shoot the weak spots. Should be almost instant shot for most of these weak spots. I like to go around and then hit the sides. Then I Kompressa and then I heavy slam, and then you will see Afflictions take away the health bar immediately. Switch back to your Latron, get the weak spots, fly over, get the weak spots. Need one more. Kompressa, heavy slam, and then you can pretty much immediately spam the interact button, so you immediately go into the cinematic. And then from here on, it's relatively easy. You go into the boss fight, try to instantly slam kill it. As I will show right now, you cannot apply the statuses on the second phase. So you see how it doesn't apply the status, but we can still armor strip it with the Latron, which is nice. Here we go. Some big damage numbers on this guy. I usually like to slam and then roll right after to cancel the slam animation like this. Makes it a bit faster. I also like speeding up the enemies here, because if the tank heals, your mission will actually be quicker than if you wait out the invulnerability phase. So I like to speed up the enemies to have the tank heal, and then it will be just a tad bit quicker, but I was too late with it right now. So let's just kill them for my initial combo stacks instead. Wrathful Advance ran out. I died. Of course, that happens during the showcase. You will always see that stuff goes wrong when you try to do it quick and for a YouTube video, but it doesn't matter because you get the idea. There we go, second phase. Speed up these dudes. Get Wrathful Advance back. Let me just wait around for a bit. Now it's healing. As you will see, the health bar will be healed quicker than the invulnerability bar will be gone. By just a bit, but on a large number of runs, it adds up. Here we go. You can also use the Magistar for this if you want to. It just means that the first phase might be a little bit slower, but honestly, probably doesn't matter too much. Now you have an invincibility box or something around the tank, but if you go behind it, you can actually put some portals through it to get the arcane quicker. Kind of messed up there, but you can go behind the tank, place your portal, and then sort of like portal through its butt, and then take your arcane sooner than the invincibility... before the invisible wall will be gone. Thank the Lord. English. Now just some more portals and straight to the end. So this was a slowish run because I was explaining along the way. If you do this really quick, you can get it down to the 3:30 seconds, the 3 minutes and 30 seconds like I've shown before. So yeah, do with this information as you will. They still haven't fixed this. Easy tank runs, easy arcanes, easy credits, easy standing, easy steel essence. This is probably one of the best farms in the game. So hope to see you in the next video, and bye. As always, thanks to all channel members for supporting the channel. If you are looking to become a member, please find the join button below the video.